Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel with a new video about World of Tanks, and today I have another replay for you. It is also another old replay in my Tiger, which I probably did a month ago. But I decided to show it to you anyway because it's in my Tiger and it's one of my favorite tanks in the game. And the other old replay I will probably discard them because with time they are getting less and less relevant. Anyway, the Tiger is a combination of mobility, it's in between medium and heavy mobility, and an excellent gun because it gets an insane DPM plus good accuracy and decent dispersion values. Well, they are not so great, but at short range it's not so much of an issue. When I first played the Tiger it was in the beta, but I didn't like it at that time. I had it stuck and I didn't have the patience to grade it to the max. Plus, it didn't have its actual DPM, which makes it extremely competitive now. Actually, the mobility and firepower are the two main aspects that I require from a tank. If it doesn't get any of those two, it will have to compensate for his sluggishness or for his lack of penetration, for example. But the Tiger had both, and obviously the third parameter, which is armor, is lacking. Frontal armor is mediocre, you will get penetrated even if you're angled by most of your opponents, and your side armor is so terrible that you can't even think of doing any side scraping. You could go hull down, not because your turret armor is good enough, it is not, but you will show less of a target to your opponent, so there will be more opportunities for either them missing a shot or hitting your gun mantlet, which can bounce from time to time. Anyway, now I am facing my counterpart, the enemy Tiger, which has the same gun, same everything because he's also fully upgraded. I was chasing him down, but now he has some backup and this is not a good idea anymore. You don't want to play the Tiger only by yourself in frontline, you don't want to catch the attention of the enemy. You can only mitigate the damage they can deal to you, but what you want ultimately is to find a way to get their to get them shooting at someone else or missing their shot from time to time. So don't waste your HP at the beginning of the game. You have a lot, but you still don't want to waste it. There's another allied heavy tank right next to me. It's the Black Prince, and he's quite well armored actually, and he's getting most of the attention from the enemies. So if he was properly protecting his tank, he wouldn't get damaged so badly, and he wouldn't get shot so heavily by the enemies. Usually when you are in a quite poorly armored tank and there's a heavy tank next to you, they usually choose you because you're easier to damage, so that's more experience, silver, everything for them. And yet they decide to shoot at the Black Prince over and over, and I suspect it was because he was not protecting himself properly. Even when I am shooting, I pay attention to the direction of their gun barrel just to check if they are aiming at me, and the objective is to retreat whenever they're doing, just to wait for them to expose themselves and not the other way around. Anyway, I knew there was a light tank behind me, but I couldn't take care of him earlier, and I did a massive mistake just right now by pulling backwards just in the line of fire of the IS-6, who was more than happy to shoot at my flank, and he could have dealt more damage. I mean, he penetrated my flank obviously, but he could have knocked out my engine or any crew member. I was rather lucky to be only normally punished by my action. I could have died. Anyway, I survived because I managed to keep most of my HP pool earlier on, and I still have enough to take a shot from the IS-6. His alpha is 390, I have 440 hit points, so unless the RNG is trolling me, I should be fine. He's on quite low health. Another shot in his upper plate, I was aiming for the lower plate, but it penetrated the upper plate and now he's a one-shot kill. I aim for the weak spots and I only damage the commander's hatch. However, I will still beat his reload because the reload on the Tiger is just brutal. And I don't know why he tried to rush me. I mean, there was no way for him to beat my reload unless I had an injured loader or damage Moaar, but you shouldn't count on this to win a one-on-one, especially when you're on low health. So, well, I happily took the kill. I hesitated to go back defending the base because our western flank is completely crumbling, but I decided to flank the other enemies in the central part of the map, just to take them into crossfire and to reduce the pressure on my allies, so they could defend the base. So it's a bit risky because I am now depending on my teammates, but in return I try to alleviate the pressure on them. So it's risky, and I am also exposed for the artillery right now. My main opponent is not this IS-3 but the artillery. This is this is why, even if he was not in a position to hurt me, I was still pulling backwards, and now I'm still moving again just to avoid any blind shots. I tracked him and he's now in a very dangerous position. So I hope I can get the kill. Yes, I just did, and that's my 5th kill of the game. We're still losing 7 to 8, but the situation is almost reversed. Well, now it is. I have been spotted again by this light tank, but he knew he couldn't survive. He was pressured from my allies, so he tried to get one last shot. It could have worked if his artillery teammate was pre-aimed at me. Luckily for me, he was not. So I survived again this encounter, and now the situation is completely in our favor. We're winning 10 to 8, plus the enemies pushing in the western flank were kind of stopped, quite far away from our base. So now the game is almost won, and I just wanted to rack up some additional damage, and most importantly, I wanted to kill the artillery. Again, I was kind of lucky because he was spotted by one of my teammates and he's in my line of sight. I'm not even spotted, so I'm not taking any risk. A blind shot, and there goes my top gun. Now I'm just trying to rush the remaining opponents just to rack up some more damage again, because you know you never have enough damage, especially when you're in a high DPM tank such as the Tiger. But there's no way for me to get there fast enough. They are just getting obliterated by my team, and it's a victory. So yeah, now you understand why I love the Tiger. It's a powerhouse, it's mobile, it has a high DPM, it's just perfect. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please consider giving it a like and to subscribe to my channel. And that will be all for today. So thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.